Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium, is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains, you can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it out. It's Galloway. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one.
The Washington Huskies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's McAllister. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. On the ground, it's Clark. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Harbor. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Caught in the backfield, it's Bennett. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Hard running there. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing, Sellers. Got a man, it's Clark. Runs through a man, he might have space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Man, that D-tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield, and he was able to make the tackle for loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Sellers. Quick completion on the out route. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success. They're
about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. This quarterback part of their running game. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And that's where they'll mark but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. This offense has had the ball so long, the opposing offense was still using a pacifier the last time they had it. Sellers. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. To the air, it's Sellers. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Coming out with it, it's McAllister. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Harbor. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance, so you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Again, it's Sellers. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Fourth down, Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake, Williams. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams, Bryce alive on third down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in, looking for space. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running inside, it's Clark.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sellers. He's got him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And how about a third down? They try to attack the outer part of the field. A lot of times those out routes are the hardest passes to throw. Defense ready. Good third down defense, and they get the win on that one.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll give it to Washington. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Play action with Williams. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Here's Williams. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wideout. Here's Sellers to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Upstairs to make the catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Ninja. Ready. Blue 85. Blue 85.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing Sellers. Looking to the big tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. this drive, you're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty.
Here we go. Bender. Brent.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Right down the middle. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll run it. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's a give to Washington. Makes it past the marker. There's some room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll give it to Washington. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Washington again. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And we linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On third down, here's Washington. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Williams to the air again. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Fourth down, Williams. Looking deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Sellers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Upstairs he's got it. Touchdown, South Carolina! And that one will give him the lead.
And that's the exact opposite of what this defense drew up in the locker room. You want to stop giving up explosive plays. You want to play deep, make the offense earn it. But play one, they put the ball in the air, down the field. DB can't make a play. Not only that, the run after the catch, a disastrous start for this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 3-point lead at 10-7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Here's Williams to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Williams from the gun on third down. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And they'll just down it right there. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Clark. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here's Sellers to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Makes a catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The handoff, keep working on that clock. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Headed to the edge, it's Fuller. A They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Fuller. Here's a little room there. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. They'll move the wide receiver. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Makes the grab. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the 1st down. Let's see if we can get 1 more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Williams. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Might be changing the route. Williams looking for a man. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it down the field. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Williams. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. 30. At the 20. Touchdown Gamecocks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
What an amazing play by the defense here late in the game. They had a 3-point lead, and they're just trying to hold on to that, but they get the pick 6. Great job reading the QB's his eyes. You take it the distance, score a touchdown, and now they can breathe a little sigh of relief because all of a sudden they've got a 2-possession lead.
Out of the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Throwing, Williams. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Williams will pass. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Offense changing the play. Lined up in the gun. Williams on third down. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
It's Williams again. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Here's Williams to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Under fire. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Williams to throw for it on 4th. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless
Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. Even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, Coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll run the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Williams from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Washington wants to go quickly.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Washington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Williams. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
A It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on.
Maybe some room here. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Williams on the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Motion from the back. Williams. Snagged in the middle. It's Moss. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Washington. Got enough for the 1st. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Run in the red zone. It's Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Play fake, Williams. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. He got it right inside the pylon.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Davidson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. He's got it way down the field. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Trying to move them on the counter. Finding some room. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Clemson will send the punt team out. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Williams. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Motion from the wide receiver. Williams looking for a man. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clemson calls its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. It'll be third and long. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Play action with Williams. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Picks up the first down. Got a little grass. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Davidson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They make the play, force a 4th down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. That punt is just going to create all kinds of problems. It goes out of bounds, and let's see where they spot it. They're going to take over right around the 30-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 95, set to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Davidson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Send out the offense to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Unloads it left. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it set up on the outside. Could not make his way to the corner.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Wants to keep it in the air. Punts it out of the air. At the 35, he's got room. Makes the grab in their space. To the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. He'll pitch it. Finds a little space. Lots of running room. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Husky. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball in the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
And he tacked on the extra point. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Some misdirection with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit, because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the right. Wesco open on the right side. He's got it. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davidson. Plows through the defense. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack, though.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set. But they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A strike downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Tigers are back on top.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a give to Washington. That's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on first down from the 28. Give to Washington again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Throwing, Williams. Release to the back. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Rides to back and leaves it. There's a crease. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The RPO fire complete to the left. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.